Before the video begins, I just want to do a quick little shout out. I made an obby for the people who enjoy obbies. It's in beta right now, so if you join, you will get a beta tester tag, and I'll show you what that does for you in-game. So once you join up, you will get a beta tester tag. Now, I don't know how long I'm going to have the beta test event up, but you will have this little tag above your head forever if you join now. Now, fair warning to you guys, I'm not the best scripter, I'm not the most amazing builder, but I think I did pretty good on this. It's not too terrible. I did put a global wins leaderboard, so if you do really well on this leaderboard, you can find yourself up here. So I think maybe at the start of all my videos, I might just toss the first 10 people, maybe 25 people up on this list, or I'll scroll through while I'm doing an intro. But other than that, let's go to the video. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing today? My name is Bilify. Today, we're going to do a tier list of all of the craftable weapons in Survive Area 51 on Roblox. Now, I have A+, B+, C+, D+, and F. If I have a weapon that is lower tiered, I'm not saying it's bad. Every single one of these weapons that I'm about to show you, each has a purpose, and each purpose is good. But this is my personal tier list of what I go to craft and what I don't go to craft. Don't take it the wrong way and say that, oh, this gun's bad, don't ever craft it, because I think you should craft every single gun, because they all have a good purpose. Alright, let's start out with the acid gun. The acid gun is pretty good. I enjoy using this gun. It's not anything too crazy, but it has a good spread. This gun is great for running against the sewer with all the little skeletons that run against you. This is good for casting away a lot of damage when there's a bunch of enemies that are close to you. If it's like a single boss battle, it's not like the gun I'd go to use, but it's pretty good for when you have like lower tiered mobs bulked up against you. So for this gun here, I think a C is probably a good spot for it to sit at. The next gun on the list that we're going to grab is going to be the Obsidian Gun. The Obsidian Gun is a powerful gun, and it is like the upgraded version of the Vulcan. It is a slower shooting rifle compared to all the other guns, but it does a lot of damage. This is a gun that you'd use against a boss fight to, you know, chunk it, but this is not a gun you'd use to clear out mobs if you're getting swarmed. For that alone, I'd probably put this at a C+ as well, because it's a good gun. It's just not something that I would actively go to get at first. It'd be one of those guns I would acquire along the way. The next gun on the list is going to be the Spitfire. The Spitfire is a very fun gun to use. It has a burn effect to it. The Spitfire has a good magazine size, so you can clear out a good amount of mobs before you have to reload, and the reload time is not even that long on it, so it's good for clearing out a bunch. For bosses, it's good because you can hit it once and it'll do tick damage, so the more you hit it, the more tick damage of burn it's gonna do. So it's a good weapon to get. It might not do the most damage, but over time it's something that could potentially be one of the better guns to possibly get. So for this gun, I'd probably rank it at a B+ for now. Might change my mind on it, but for now I'm liking it at B+. The next gun on our list is gonna be the dual revolvers. These are pretty fun to use. The dual revolvers are a really fun gun to use because they one-tap pretty much all the mobs that are lower tier. So I think it one-taps all the prison mobs. I could be wrong on that, but I think it does. And every single lower tiered mob that you could probably come encountered with, I think even Friend, I think the Sonic, or maybe like Slenderman, I think all of those bosses get one-tapped by these dual revolvers, which is good. The one downside to this weapon I could see is the time to shoot between this. They shoot really quick, but it's not to what I would want it to be for an A+ weapon. I think this is like a borderline C+, but I'm gonna have to put the dual revolvers on a B+, just because they're strong, they shoot decently quick, you can clear out a lot of stuff with them. I think it's a gun you should pretty much want to craft each time you get into the game if you like to go around and act like a cowboy. Alright, the next gun on the list, the dual LXCs. Now, the dual LXCs are a very powerful weapon. Very powerful. Probably the most powerful weapon on this list so far. I think it has more power than the Obsidian Gun. I could be wrong, but these things are great. I absolutely love getting these, and before the Impaler Screamer update, I was getting the dual LXCs as fast as I possibly could, because they're just that good. They are them. This is an A+ weapon for sure, without a doubt. If you're in game, always try to craft the dual LXCs. They will get you far. They will help you get every other weapon in this game for sure. A+ without a doubt. The next weapon on this list is going to be the Solar Ray. The Solar Ray is a powerful laser beam. Now, it is an auto fire 100% of the time, so you just have to hold down your mouse button and it will fire forever, and it will clear out mobs fast. That's all I can say. It'll clear them out quick. Even if it has to do 2 ticks of damage, it will absolutely clear them out. If you've got a big mob chasing you, like the Brute, just keep this on it the entire time firing, and oh, you'll clear that thing out like it's nothing. Within like 30 seconds to a minute, you can take out the brute with just the solar ray. So for right now, for this weapon here, the solar ray, I personally love it a lot, so I'm gonna have to stick this at an A+. It's just that good. It just is. Now, if you're thinking, all right, well, there's 2 A+, I just joined the game, which one should I craft? The dual LXC or the solar ray? I'd say go for the dual LXC first, because it's a little bit easier to craft the dual LXC if you know your way around the wrong portal. The solar ray requires, I think, 1 or 2 more weapons to craft a solar ray, but it is still a top tier weapon that you should definitely craft. The next weapon on our list is going to be the blue missile launcher. The blue missile launcher is one of the easier guns to craft in the game. I think probably either the easiest or the second easiest to craft. It only requires 2 things, the red missile launcher and I think the tablet, and it is pretty fun to use, but in terms of usability, it's okay. You tap the mouse or you tap your screen and it'll beep 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 and blow up. It's got good damage to it. It'll kill every single mob, I think 1 hit without a doubt, and it will chunk different bosses pretty well. The blue missile launcher is actually one of the only couple weapons in the game that can damage the glitched out spider that chases everybody. If you use like the regular guns, I think every other gun on this list will not damage that spider, but the missile launchers will. But in terms of like use, if you're just new to the game and need something to help you clear out all the other mobs, this is great for that. But if you know your way around the map more and you know what you're doing, this gun really shouldn't be high on your list, because it's an okay weapon. It's nothing too special, and it's got really slow fire rate, which makes it not the best. So for my personal opinion, I'm going to rank this as a D+. But it's still a great weapon. Again, I need to reiterate that even if a gun gets an F or a D+, it is not a bad weapon. And the next weapon on the list is going to be the Deep Sea Trident. Now, the Deep Sea Trident is a really fun staff to use. It is infinite ammo, and it has a pretty quick fire speed. It shoots about every half second to maybe second. I forget the entire range there, but it's good. It will basically one-shot mostly all the smaller tiered mobs and will make a cool little water sound. As far as bosses, it takes a little bit more time to chunk the bosses, I'm not gonna lie, but that doesn't mean it's not viable to these bosses. There's nothing really more to say about the Deep Sea Trident, so that being said, I'm gonna stick this at a C+. It's a fun weapon to use. I definitely recommend crafting it, because you can really have some fun with it, but in terms of damage or usability, it's okay. It's okay. Nothing too special. The next gun on the list is gonna be the Tracker. The Tracker is pretty fun. Now, the Tracker is a weapon that is used to track players and mobs. It's not a weapon that you go to attack with. This is something that you will shoot all the players that you can with, and later on see where they're all at. So you can see if there's a raid party going to Grim Reaper, you can see if there's a raid party going to Brute, you can see where everybody is, and maybe somebody needs help but they don't know how to use chat or something, who knows. This gun will help you figure out where they are at. But other than that, that's about it for the Tracker. So usability, I'm gonna have to stick this at a D+. It's an awesome gun to get if you want to help people out, because you can see where everybody is on the map. Plus, you can see what bosses are dead or get killed because they'll stop showing up. It's awesome to have. It's one of the weapons you should definitely have if you have the time to get it. But usability, I'm going to put it at a D+. On to the next weapon, we have the Impaler. We're now on to the newer weapons that have come out. The Impaler is one heck of a weapon. It is awesome. It is the Grim Reaper's scythe, but 100 times better. This gun is awesome. If you haven't seen the effects to it, you hit something, it'll raise about 10 little hands to come out of the ground and damage the mobs. One of the funnest weapons to use in the game. It was one of the best updates. I'm so happy Penguin Dog released this. Amazing weapon. Should you craft this? 10 out of 10. There's without a doubt an A+ weapon to have. Without a doubt. You cannot go wrong transferring in your corrupted rifle for an Impaler at all. And it does so much damage to the bosses. Like, not even like it destroys the mobs. It will absolutely demolish the bosses. Keeping up with the corrupted rifle craftables, we have the Screamer. Now, the Screamer might be my favorite weapon in the game right now. It just might be, because it is awesome. You can shoot it on the ground like a ray gun, and it has splash effect damage. Not only that, the splash effect damage, once it touches one of the mobs, it will throw the mob up like the regular corrupted rifle will. But one of the biggest things that this gun is useful for is the Reaper, the Grim Reaper. If you shoot the Reaper, it will cancel out his throw. This gun is amazing. It's got good damage, it has good benefits, and it has a perk against one of the mobs. Definitely an A+ gun, without a doubt. Without a doubt. Now you might be asking me, well, you just gave the Impaler such a good rep. Should I do the Impaler first or should I do the Screamer first? And honestly, to be very honest with you, it is personal opinion. Like, if you like shooting the ground like a ray gun, go for the Screamer. If you like seeing a bunch of hands slicing and dicing like the other Scythe, go for the Impaler. Both are basically balanced and equal. Both will do amazing jobs against everything. It's just personal preference on what you like better, a Scythe or a long ray gun, basically. And the last weapon on this list is going to be the Cleansed Rifle. Now, if you haven't used this yet, it is new to the game, probably almost like a week, maybe a little bit over a week, but it is fun. It is a great gun to use. You can actually heal people without having to buy a Game Pass weapon. Now, if you're fighting a boss and you see someone is low on health, now when you're fighting bosses, you can see if your friends are damaged or hurt, you can pull this gun out and you can start hitting them with the bullets from this and it will heal them right up. There's also a catch to that. Once you're healing them up, it will also heal you up, which is great. So maybe you're taking damage and you're low and you have a teammate or some random person that's next to you, start shooting them and you'll heal up. Absolutely great gun to have. So with that being said, to rank this, it would be tough because it's fast. It shoots really fast, but it's only got really one use, which is healing, which is expected. It's a healing gun. You don't really do anything else with a healing. You're not going out to shoot things with a healing gun besides your friends and teammates. So with that, I would have to probably rank this as a C+, just for its usability, and that's about it. Now, I'm not going to do the Game Pass weapons because that's different. I might, if you really want that, I might just post that in the comments below, but I don't really think there's a point in putting the Game Pass weapons up here. But this is all the craftable guns in Survive Area 51 on Roblox, and this is my tier list. Here's a closer up version of it. I don't know why I didn't have it up before. You guys might have a different viewpoint on the tier list. Maybe you swap the Spitfire for the Obsidian Gun, or maybe you swap the Cleansed Rifle for the dual Revolver. Who knows? You might have your own little personal tier list that you want to put out. If you got some good info, why not put it down below? You might see other people who have the same thought process as you. You never know. But for me personally, this is what I would say. There's no gun that is absolutely not useful. The F tier, I couldn't put any of the craftable weapons there. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this little tier list video. I know I had a couple of you asking me this for quite a while now, and I know I'm delayed to it, but I do want to, give you guys as much information as I possibly can and help all of you out as much as possible. If you have any other questions, list them down in the comment section below. I'll try to answer as much as I possibly can. Other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I hope every single one of you have an awesome rest of your day, night, whenever you're watching this, and I will see you in the next one. Later.